Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video and I have some things to say, okay? Y'all know me, I'm gonna get into the motherfucking conversation every time, alright? You saw the title, you know what it's about. But before we get into the conversation, what my personal commentary is on this, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, bitch, especially if you haven't already done so, but you're steady watching all my videos. So I'm gonna need y'all to do that. For my returning subscribers, thank you for being here. I love you so much. Oh my god, you make my week, you make my day, you make my month. I love you. Okay. So let's talk about it because listen, we have something to talk about because our favorite female rappers, they're not going on tour. You know what I'm saying? They are not on tour. And don't hit me with, yes, they are. We see videos of them on tour all the time. No, bitch. That's not the same thing. They're at festivals. Okay, and let me explain in case some of y'all don't fucking know the difference. The festivals is when there is a lineup of several different artists that are all there that you pay a price for to see multiple different artists in one night. I am going to one soon. It's actually called Jingle Ball. Okay, if you guys aren't familiar, and you pay to see multiple artists all in the same night. That is not a stadium tour where the artists themselves are going out on that tour and the people who are paying for it are paying just to see them. That is not the same thing. I just want to let y'all know that right now, so don't get it twisted. Also, artists who are going on tour with other artists who are going on tour, so meaning they're like the headliner or the performing act that's going to be with them in addition to being on tour. That is not the same thing as an individual artist having an individual tour. Okay, just to break that shit down for y'all. Artists these days are not going on tour as the headlining artist. For instance, let me not even connect it to female rap for a second. Let's just talk about rap in general. So Lil Baby, okay, he had a tour that he was supposed to go on and he ended up canceling the shows. It was like 8 or 9 shows that got canceled because nobody was buying the motherfucking tickets, okay? The ticket sales were low as dog shit, okay? Nobody was buying those tickets like that. And so at the end of the day, the tour, a lot of the tours were canceled. Also, when the baby, not to get confused with Lil Baby, the baby got canceled after his homophobic rant and all of that. He had several tours dates that got canceled as well and shows because of him having low ticket sales and things like that. So where we are in the state of hip hop right now, there are not a lot of artists who can tour singularly on their own. Not festivals, not lineups, not shows, not guest appearance, none of that shit. None of that shit. None of that. Let's throw that out the window. I am talking about individual tours that the artist released an album and now they're going on tour for that album. That is what I'm talking about. Artists are not able to do that. A lot of rap artists right now are not able to do that shit. And that's why you don't see that they have done it. Okay? And I love a lot of the girls, okay? And I'm talking about the girls in this instance. I love a lot of the girls, but our girls, our rap girls, the ones that we love and cherish and care for, okay, they are not able to do that. They're not able to do it. Doja Cat is doing it right now, okay? Some people don't consider her a rap girl, but bitch, I do, okay? She is on tour. Doja Cat is one of the few artists who are able to tour in this generation because she has a decent sized fan base, even though some of them have divested from her. Okay, for the most part, Doja Cat has been able to sustain and maintain a fan base to go on tour on her own and her have headliners. But the tour is her tour. You know what I'm saying? Artists now, rap artists now, cannot do that. A lot of them can't. They can't because they don't have the sales. They do not have a big enough fan base to be able to do that. Okay, and that's a problem. And the reason why that's a problem is because it shows really who is invested in the female rap game in total, in whole, outside of certain artists. Okay, like Doja Cat, outside of certain artists like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is saying she's supposed to be going on tour for her next album. I see that doing well because Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj, right? We know this. Okay, who else? I don't know who else has announced tours along with any of their albums. We've had rap girls release albums and not go on tour. Lotto released an album last year, she did not go on tour. Okay, Spoiler Ray released several albums in the last couple of years, has not gone on tour. Why? Because they can't. They can't. They don't have the fans to go on tour. If you guys think that, they could have went on tour, they would have, because their labels are going to want them to go on tour so that they can bring in more revenue for the label. But when they dropped their album, the albums didn't sell well. So why would they go on tour? Who would they be going on tour for? You know what I'm saying? And that is how you determine relevancy of an artist for real, for real. So all the rap girlies who have dropped albums, Megan Thee Stallion even, she dropped Trumazine. She didn't go on tour for that album. And usually if an artist is established to a certain degree, okay, they are going to go on tour following whatever album they drop, because it's going to capitalize on the sales of that album and bring in even more revenue for the artist and the label. Of course. We know nowadays in the streaming era that tours is what's bringing in the most money. So why wouldn't an artist want to go on tour? The only reason why is because they don't have enough fans to produce a solid tour that is like, a decent sized tour. So that's just how it is. And it's not to say the girls aren't successful in their own right. They're able to do the things that they're able to do, but touring is not one of them for a majority of these artists. They don't have the fan base power enough to generate a multitude of ticket sales for tour. So they don't even bother posting tours. Like I said, festivals and guests appearing on other people's tours are not the same thing. And I noticed that. I've been noticed that for a long time, right? So you have to ask yourself the question, why is that? If you don't believe it, you have to ask yourself the question, why haven't my fave artists gone on tour yet? Now, personally, what I hope is when Megan Thee Stallion dropped her next album, because I know she's just put out a single and hopefully she's teasing a new project or whatever. I'm hoping Megan Thee Stallion goes on tour this next album, because we haven't gotten a tour from Megan. We haven't gotten a tour from. Also, Cardi B, okay, when she puts out her next album, I hope she goes on tour too. Because what's the problem? We have not gotten a tour from Cardi B since she's been out. We haven't gotten a tour from Megan, like a statewide across the US tour. We haven't gotten it. Let's see who else. All our other faves, the other girls, we haven't gotten tours from them either. And just to sidetrack a little bit, Chloe Bailey is not a rap artist, and I know I mostly talk about rap on this channel, but I applaud Chloe. And the reason why I applaud her is because Chloe Bailey had an album. It was probably anticipated to do a lot better than it did, but Chloe still went on tour. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do a huge arena tour or something crazy like that. It wasn't like a huge amount of people, but Chloe stuck it out and she went on tour. And I respect that, because even though she didn't have, an amazing album, sales wise, she still has fans and she still had people willing to come see her live. And she went on tour. And I respect that shit a lot, because, she could have got discouraged and she could have gone like, oh, I'm not going to go on tour. I'm not going to do anything because the album didn't sell, so people don't want to see me. It could have been very easy for her to get in that headspace, but she went on tour anyway and she killed it and she did an amazing job, right? So I want that for our female rap girls as well. I still want them to go on tour regardless of if their albums sell high, low, in the middle, whatever the fuck. I want them to go on tour because I still want to see them regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys let me know about the situation or what you guys think about this whole thing, because touring is a lost art for female rap. And rap in general in some aspects, because some of these male rappers won't be going on tour either, as quiet as it's kept, bitch. But y'all let me know what you think about touring and what's going on with that. And I will talk to you hoes in the next video. Bye.